Hello, it's my pleasure to be back again once on your screen. My name is Treskaro. I'm a business coach, I'm a consultant, I'm an organizational development expert, and I work with people with innovative ideas and try to see how we can optimize businesses and optimize life to produce optimal results. And in the course of my work, I've seen that it looks like things are not going the way as planned for a lot of businesses. And I thought today to share my thoughts on how we must begin to rechange things so we can consistently stay above the waters. I made bold to say that we are humans, we're created in the image and the likeness of God. It means in the lowest times of our lives, we have the internal capacity to bounce back. I came here today to encourage and to share thoughts that I believe will help us. And I trust that at the end of this short session we're going to be having together, a lot would have changed on the inside of you. We're going to be looking at what the statistics are saying, what the reality is on the streets, how hard it's biting. Of course, it's so clear, so glaring that none of us can really hide from it. According to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, global growth is forecast to slow down from 6.0% in 2021 to 3.2% in 2022. And of course, we're already experiencing that. As bad as that seems, it also states that it's going to slow down to 2.7% come 2023. It means if these statistics is to go by, the future ahead is hazy. But as humans, what do? If you bring it back home to those of us in Nigeria, it's biting so hard. As humans, we must find a way to survive, to succeed, and to remain significant. And the easiest thing for a lot of us is to look for another clan where we think that things are getting better. So for that reason, I decided to go through the global statistics. That's to tell you that the place you are is really not the major factor. The you that is in that place is the key factor. And you are the reason for this conversation. The unemployment rate in Nigeria as at 2020 remains still around 33%. When we hear these figures, sometimes we really don't think deeply about it. What it means is that over 66 million Nigerians still do not have a job. And they said the unemployment rates. But you and I know that a lot of us are underemployed. So it means that's not even captured in these statistics. For you, my fellow entrepreneurs and CEOs, employers of labor, the situation, your case is part of the reason why I decided to do this. Because this is the ecosystem where I play. It's biting really hard. Staff attrition is at all-time high. Because at the moment, everybody is jostling for survival. The turnover is huge. Staff are coming in and they're going out because the competition is tougher. Competent staff are extremely expensive. But the truth is, in the long run, the incompetent staff are much more expensive. But for us, the small scale businesses, from our monthly remuneration, at best, we can cope with this, I don't want to call them incompetent staff, but at least the low-level staff that are just coming out of the university is still crude and raw. Because the most competent ones, they are high demand, globally demanded, meaning they could be here with you and working somewhere in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and wherever, any in foreign currencies. So these are the realities that we need to battle with. And you can't take that away. It's biting really, really hard, and we must face it. But what do we do as business people? Is it the cost of power? Multiple taxation? Insecurity? Name it. This is the circle, this is the ecosystem I play, so I understand the pressure firsthand. I know what it is out there on the streets because I am there. I resonate with you, and I know what you go through. I know the sleepless nights. I know all of the dreams that looks like it's shattering. But I come today bearing good news. It has come and it will pass. When I say back end, I'm sure you know what it means. The back end is a part of the system or an application that controls the manipulation of data that reflects on the front end. The wealthy today have a front end that we all see, but there is a back end that manipulates that data that we all see. So we must go back to envisioning. We must go back to building the lifestyle. We must go back to looking at the data, to looking at our personal life statistics and seeing where we need to begin to make the necessary changes. The environment is showcasing a lot of pressure, but that's what makes us entrepreneurs. We are resilient people. We are solution providers. That means an entrepreneur actually thrives in problems. Problems make us tick. Problems creates the bait for us to earn income. You know, while we pray, watch, think, ruminate, and ask God for wisdom to create solution to these problems. It bites so hard that I made bold to say that I've decided to create this series of videos that are titled The Backend. But for today, I will just share with you a few thoughts on how I am surviving, succeeding, remaining relevant, and making tremendous impact despite the situation that seems to be swallowing a lot. When I talk about the hazy nature of things, I'm not talking of something from a distance. I'm talking about something that I experience every day because I work with entrepreneurs. In fact, I support a lot of them, and I know what the reality is with them on the streets. And the truth is, when you come into a space like this with a solution-mindedness, you begin to attract others who are thinking like you're thinking. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday who reached out to me and said, come 2023, I want us to begin to put together a series of events where we try to answer the questions and the challenges of some of these entrepreneurs. He said, because a lot of them are dying in silence. And for our environments, there's what is called necessity entrepreneurs, which are people who, when given the right opportunity, would rather want to work somewhere and earn salaries because that's their build-up. But because the white-collar job, the blue-collar jobs are not there, they have no option to start their business without the necessary rudiments. So he called and said we should begin to put thoughts together, we should begin to put ideas together to help. I said, that was God talking to you. And I said, I'm working on a video where I need to share my thoughts, and I'll be interviewing others to share their thoughts on how they are surviving, how they are succeeding, and how they are remaining relevant despite all of the problems, all of the challenges. So today I'll just share a few thoughts that has worked with me. And the first among these thoughts, I will say, you must go back to the basis. You must go back to the basis. Simon Sinek will call it starting with why. Yes, I know you may have started. You may be one of those necessity entrepreneurs. But this is time where you need to review the vision, where you need to recast the vision first to yourself, where you need to answer the question, why am I really doing this? Why am I doing this? You need to go back to reconvince yourself, re-energize yourself. In the place of going back to the basis, that's the place of the spiritual. By spiritual now, I don't mean religiosity. I don't mean passing your responsibility to God. What I mean is going back to tap on the internal resources of God in your life. Going back to that secret place where you say, God, you gave me this dream, you gave me this vision. It is not going as I expected it. Help me. We all need to get back to that place. That's where the real help is. Going back to basis. Going to seek help from where help really is. Then rejigging your vision. Taking a deeper look at your mission statement. And recalibrating your value system. Taking a deeper look at the value that guides your organization. And the value you give to the society. This is the time to go back to this. And when you have succeeded in doing this, the next thing you will need to do is to build a system. A lot of us are running businesses without a system. Without a system, you will self-destruct. Without a system, you'll be overwhelmed. You build this business. You envisioned this business primarily because you needed to have your life back. But the truth is, a lot of us seems to have been lost inside the business. Our family is suffering. Our life is hurting. We're having mental health challenges because a lot of things are not clear. And I need us to go back to that place of clarity. Then you begin to look at all of the activities of your organization. Just draw out that simple organogram where you have the various units that is required to run your business and begin to design the job descriptions for these various units. It's necessary. You need to go back to building all of that. Setting the necessary job description and the activities every of your members of staff need to work with, and the expected outcome. Once all of this is well defined on paper, then you begin to build a team, which is my third point. You must begin to build a team. Because whether you like it or not, like I said earlier, a competent team is expensive. But an incompetent team is more expensive in the long run. For a competent team, you need to pay it ahead. But for an incompetent team, you look back and you realize how much you lost. But it's a non-negotiable agenda. If you must build a business, you can't negotiate the place of building a team. You need a team that's formidable. You need a team to drive your train. And finally, my last point is that you need to leverage the expertise and experiences of mentors, coaches, and consultants. I know sometimes we tell ourselves these people are expensive. Sometimes you pay with relationship. Sometimes you pay exchanging a service for their attention. Sometimes you leverage their materials, but it's a non-negotiable part of the success of your business. I trust that I've been able to help you today. I need you to share your thoughts on the comment section. I need you to share these videos with your friends. Let's see how we can help people restore hope, because the situation out there is hazy. I bless you with hope, and I trust I will be doing more of this as I bring some of my friends in the industry to share their thoughts, to share their tips, their strategies that have kept them going. Let's do this again some other time. Shalom.